Hey there guys, this is Gary and welcome back to Get Going Fast, where we're getting into this AI hobby in a fairly quick and efficient manner in which you might actually learn something. Oh my God. And I will be your virtual tour guide today through this land of AI goodness. So sit back, relax, and sit on for the ride, yo. We are going to be looking today at a model called LongCat, which is one of the new ones in this whole idea of taking a last frame and extending the video to greater lengths. Okay, so getting longer and longer, more consistent videos. All right, now we're not going to completely achieve that today. We're going to look at kind of a playground of testing, which is going to show us the actual video quality, which is quite nice, and some consistency that's in this. But it's going to really be kind of a play thing. But there's a bigger scene going on with this, and I'm going to point that out to you here, that this really marks kind of the beginning of where we're headed. So if you guys remember last week, there was a video came out called Holocene or Scene, whatever, and it really just kind of flopped. But it was the same sort of idea of this, is longer videos that just kind of keep going, but it had a lot of this problem of, you know, bottle up, bottle down, bottle up, bottle down. It just kind of, it wasn't really a longer video. It was just the same thing over and over again. But what this tells me is that this is what the industry is working on right now. They are now working on extending stuff so that eventually, guys, we're going to get to the point where we can make minute-long videos as easy as we're making 4-second videos. Okay, but what's pretty exciting, and it's actually, as I mentioned, it's actually pretty good quality, as you can see from this image of Taylor Swift kissing a Ninja Turtle here. So actually quite good stuff, and it's going to be worth looking at. So I'm going to walk you through how to do that. I get it going in ComfyUI, give you my thoughts on it. But before I do that, I do want to thank you for liking and subscribing to the channel, letting your friends know about it, going around, you proselytizing people to get going fast. You're like, you don't know AI, you don't do AI. Oh my God, changed my life. Come do some AI, get going fast. And just getting that out there to the people. I really appreciate that. It shows that you have a good heart for other people, and so thanks for doing that. It's great on you. All right, so we are going to move into getting these models downloaded. Okay, you're going to be surprised at how easy this thing works. Actually, pretty fast, pretty good. And I guess there's nothing else to say, but let's just do it. Okay, yo. Okay, so now as we start here, we can go to the GitHub repository for this, but we don't really need to get here, okay? There's nothing here that we're going to actually need, but if you do want to find it, just type in LongCat GitHub in your browser, and you'll find this one. It's called Miatuan, okay? And it'll bring you to here, okay? And you can actually install this. But here's the issue. This is built for 80 gigabytes of VRAM. So unless you've got an 80 gigabyte card, this doesn't do you any good. So that's one of the reasons why we go over to ComfyUI, because this fellow Kijai, he always makes such good FP8 models for us that we can use. So you can play around with this, but there's really no need to get here, okay? What we're going to do is usual. It's just all we really need is the workflow, because if we can get the workflow from the key drive, if we can get the workflow loaded into our ComfyUI, it will tell us all the models we need, and then we just build it backwards from there. Oh, I choked on a little crust of something there. All right, but here's how we're going to do it. We're going to go here back to here, and this is the easiest way. I'm just going to send you over to my website, cognibuild.ai. So just go there, click on the blog here. And at the top, you're going to see over here, LongCat ITV workflow. So let's just go ahead and click that. And this here is the download link. So if you actually throw that into your URL, it's going to come up. It's going to look like this. Okay. So you just need to either copy and paste this or download this into your workflow folder. Okay. So all right, so you get that down there. Okay, next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to open up our workflow. Okay, You can see the stuff I've been working on over here. You open up your ComfyUI. Let me close out some of this stuff. And you just got to click on your file, open, and then just go, you got to find out where you downloaded it to. So I always recommend putting it into a folder that's actually called workflows, but you'll get it and it will pop up like this and it's preset. Now you won't see these images because you don't have them, but everything else is going to be preset. And we're just going to be looking at really 3 models that we need to install. This one up here, this LongCat Distill LoRa Alpha 64 BF16, and this one, LongCat Text and Image-to-Video. Okay, so these are the ones that we're going to want to work with. Okay, and we need to get this other one, this WAN2_VAE BF16. Now, you might already have this one. Very likely, if you've been playing with this stuff, you already have this model. So, as usual, per our usual agreement, what we're going to do is we're going to pull this down here. I'm going to zoom in so that I can see this. And I'm going to do one or two things. I'm either going to start typing it in. LongCat _distill _LoRa. Laura. I knew a girl named Laura. And then we go, but she left. Okay. And then we go save tensors. I think about her every time I work with Laura's. All right, so now what I do with this is I just copy this thing, and then you can just go over to your browser over here and just paste it in there. Okay, and what that's going to do is it's going to bring up something like this, and then we can find it. Now, what the other thing I was going to say, if you're too lazy to type that out, just hit your print screen, and what you can do is just get a print of that, then go over to your Chat GPT, like so. And you do this. You paste it in and you say, give me a text output. And it will actually do the same thing. So you don't have to type it. That's the lazy man's way. Okay? And don't get me wrong. I'm all for the lazy man's way. Same thing, though. You go and paste it in here. You get this. Okay? And we're just going to click it. Now, notice there's actually, I'm going to show you a little thing. It brings us straight to the download. But I do want to show you, if we click on the files here, it's going to actually bring us to this page where the stuff that we want is, the majority of the stuff is. You know, I think 2 out of 3. So notice we've got this LongCat Distill LoRa. Okay, this is the one we want. Now notice we have this other one, this refinement. I'm going to be honest, I don't know how to use it. I don't know what it's for. You don't need it, okay? What we're going to do is grab this one. And all you're going to do is you're going to download it. You're going to click that download button, all right? And then it is going to do this. It is going to pop up a file explorer so that we can download it. So we're going to go to where we have our ComfyUI installation. We're just going to click on that bad boy. We're going to go down to where our models are. Okay. And then we're just going to click on the LoRa section. So click there, click save, and it will go ahead and put it there. All right. So that's easy stuff. Now we go back over to here. We're going to let that download. That'll take a little bit of time. We're going to scroll down to the next one. We got to get this LongCat TI2V Comfy BF16 save tensors. But now here's the thing. We already found the page where they belong. So it's here. You can grab either one of these. Notice this one's 27 gigabytes. This one's 15. So this one's a bit larger. I tested them, and honestly, they seem to be the same to me. So you can grab either of these. So we'll grab the FP8 one, click that download button again, and it's going to do the same thing. We're going to pop here, but this time we're going to go back to our models, and we're going to go to this folder called Diffusion Models. And then we'll click Save, and it will download that bad mamma jamma there. Okay, and it's easy. I mean, we're almost done with this. Okay, so we get those. That'll take a while. That's like, 15 gigabytes. It's not a small model. Then we're going to go over here, and we need to have this WAN2_1 VAE. So let's do the same thing. We'll just start to type it in. WAN2_2V VAE BF16 All right, and then, oh, get that S in there. Now, I want you to be careful because there you can find one that's called just 2.1 VAE without the BF16. We want the one with the BF16. So we're going to go back over to here, paste that in there, and notice it's going to bring up this one here. All right, so easy peasy. This time we're going to click downloads. We're going to go here. We're going to go back to our models, but this time we're going to put it in this folder that's called text encoders. Okay, so we'll click there, click save, and it will do all of the magic that you wanted it to do. Now, when this is done, okay, when this is done, hold on just a second. You need to hit the refresh button. So you'll click refresh, reload the screen, and then you shouldn't have to do anything else. Okay, usually in these things, you have to like click and then choose the one you want, but I've already set this up for you so that if you just get it into the right place, it's ready to go. Okay, it's really that simple. Okay, so then at this point, we can do a couple different things. Okay, I want you to notice what we've got here. All we really need to pay attention to, let me zoom out, are these two image nodes. Notice it's either one or the other. So it's just kind of, if we want to load this one, we can do there. If we want to do this one, we can load to there. Okay. And then the same thing, we've got two different boxes here, and they're just identical. Okay. This is going to be where you put in what you want, and these are the negative prompts, things you don't want. Okay. So here's a woman sits at the table in a cozy cafe. So that's this one, okay? And she's going to sip. So we could connect that to there. Make sure that this one here is connecting all the way over there. If we wanted to use this top one, we would have to change it out. Same with this. If we want to use this one, all we got to do is go here. Okay. All right. We get it. We get our prompts. Now, I use ChatGPT to make prompts because I'm going to tell you one thing about this model is it is funny how it prompts. It really likes you to describe the situation. Like the lady is wearing a red sweater. Her earrings hang, by her side and dazzle in the sunlight. Her elegant hands raise and do whatever. Okay. So it really likes descriptive stuff to explain what it's recreating. So it doesn't like so much. So like, it was a dark and stormy night and, the frog prince came out and to fight it doesn't like building a scene so much as it really likes you to describe the actual visual aspect of the scene. So what you can do with that is take one of these models. And what I do is I take like this, I'll go back to my friend ChatGPT and I'll say, write me a prompt following this, and I'll paste it in there. Okay, and then maybe I'll even grab the image that I want to throw in there, and then ChatGPT can help me get a descriptive prompt, because I could write it, but honestly, I just get too tired. So let's get something fast. We want to get it going fast. Okay, now I'm going to show you one other thing. If you notice over here on the resize image, I have this at 256 by 480. Okay, so that's going to be like this. Okay, that's going to be taller than it is wide. Now you can change this, but again, when I do my testing, I don't want to put big numbers up there because they're going to take longer to generate. So I usually go something low like this, and that way I can test it. It doesn't have to be the greatest quality. I want to see if it works, and then I can pump it up. So at this frame, you'll see that it took me, it was taking me, like, look at that, 71 seconds, 81 seconds to do this. So just a little over a minute and a half. Okay. I pumped it up to 720 by 720. And then it was taking me, 60, 120, 180. So it's taking me about 4 minutes, 5 minutes each. So when you're starting, just go ahead and set your width and height something small, especially if you don't have, and this is me with 24 gigabyte of VRAM. If you got 16 or something like that, pump this down, do 256 by 256. Who cares? And then when you find what you want, then bring her up. But that's really all you need to know. I will say there's a way to make the videos longer. They're going to default to about 5 seconds. But you could check that. You could pull here. It says number of frames. You can pull this up. Well, you won't pull it. You could probably pull it up to 60, 81. 181 is typically kind of a good boundary. But here's the thing. They're not going to come out great. Okay, so let me show you really quickly. This is a longer video. But notice she gets into that just rocking back and forth thing. She picks the cup up, and it just kind of freaks the model out. I think this one is a similar one. It's a longer one. And so around 7 seconds was the sweet part. If she'd have finished at 7, it would have been great, but then she picks it up again. But then if we go over to this one, this is just a 5-second video. She does exactly what she's supposed to do. Picks the cup up, puts it down, looks out the window. Okay, so I would say, you know, LongCat is supposed to be promising us longer videos, but it's just not there yet. Okay, but we're getting closer, guys. And this, as I mentioned, is a test workflow that KeyJai came out. So we'll be watching over this week, and probably more and better workflows, more better models are going to come out. We'll probably get our video to video model soon. But this is really kind of a great entry point. And guys, this is good quality stuff. Like I wouldn't waste your time if it wasn't reasonable. Okay, so is it competing with WAN 2.2? I don't know. Maybe it could. It is. It's fast, which is my biggest problem with WAN 2.2 is I hate waiting on it. So this is actually pretty fast, and it's about the same, 4 or 5 seconds. Of course, WAN 2.2, you have all of the LoRa's, you have everything else, so it's not quite there yet. But this again shows us where we are heading. Okay. Now, before we end it up here, I want to show you again, if we go over to, if you go to LongCat.getgoingfast.pro, okay, I actually have over here a ComfyUI model installer for you, all right, which means that you can actually get going within just a minute or two. It's really easy to, download and delete models with this model manager. So this is the fastest way. If you just want to get it, you just put it in your ComfyUI and you click it, and it looks something like this. You know, she just pops up like this, and you can actually just go ahead and install your models really easy. Quick, fast way is just going to be hitting the quick install. It's just going to download everything. Or you can go through here with your install models, and you can download each one of these things step at a time. Now, kind of the nice thing with this manager is if you've already downloaded it, it's not going to re-download it, okay? And the only real difference you have is if you want to download the FP8 or the BF16. And again, guys, the FP8 actually works pretty good. So, you know, whatever. But really easy to do. Nice other thing here is if you want to save up space when you're done working with it, you can manage it and just delete the models. Recapture your file space, your computers, your desk, your hard drive space. There we go. Now, as usual, again, you can get this over at LongCat.getgoingfast.pro. Easiest way to get into this. This is free for all Farmham members. Or, you know, if you just want to buy it, you can buy it. But join as a member, you get it for free. Or just go through this video and do it exactly the way that I showed you. All right. So with that, we are going to wrap it up. Guys, I think we're on the cusp of exciting things. You know, just last year, Christmas, we were playing around with LTX, and we were getting like 2-3 second videos that really were not that great, especially in comparison now. And just in less than a year, we have gotten to a place where we're making stable 5, 6, 7 second videos, incredibly high quality. I think the next step is going to be to extend that out. At some point, we need to be able to make long stuff, and they're getting us to. By this time next year, I fully imagine that we'll be making minute-long videos. I think it could be coming quick. I think it could be coming soon, right? One breakthrough comes through, and then all the businesses go, whoa, they jump on it, and then they improve. That's the beautiful thing about competition. someone figures it out, and then everyone goes, all right, now I'm going to make it even better, make it better, 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 better. And that's good for us. So exciting times, and I'm glad to be on this journey with you all. So with that, I'm going to give you a big yo and wish you the very best. Be good to each other, you know, out there. Take care of yourself. And as always, we will catch you on the other side, yo.